You know, I think the strangest part of raising my vibration, of leveling up, of remembering who I am, because it is a remembering. It's not so much like I didn't know. It's like all the pieces of us as we're healing trauma and going through our raising our vibration, which is basically raising your self-awareness in the world and the awareness of the world and atmosphere and energies around you. The more I go through that, it really can relate to crawling out of hell. You know the story of Dante's Inferno? I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like I'm Dante. I went in. By the way, I love that game. I used to have a little Dante action figure. Then I got a puppy. I should have put my shit up. I even had Neo when he was like flipping over, right? Yeah, he was flipping over and he had his guns. They were the coolest action figures ever. And then I got a dog, and then I got kids. Those things should have been locked away. Again, another day. They're just things. But yeah, it's a lot like that. It was a lot like crawling out of hell. And I did come back with pieces of me. And I go into hell a lot. People will tell you can ascend above and ascend below. And I'm also noticing the patterns in the 3D world that correlate with my dream space and with the metaphysical. And it's extremely fascinating. I've been having a lot of fun following names, following facial features and different characteristics. And it's been interesting. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Which has led me to some interesting questions about myself, which is also kind of fun. So I encourage anyone, if you find yourself as you're going through your healing journey and you don't understand why, like it seems insane, like, oh, I feel like I want to go get a DNA test, or I wonder if I should go visit Spain. Like, if you get these weird impulses that make absolutely randomly no sense and you don't know why, like, I have this sudden urge to go to Hawaii. I couldn't tell you. The weirdest feeling I have is I want to hug the volcano. Explain that one. I feel like I need to go give the volcano a hug. Don't ask. I think I just need to give Mother a hug. Something's going on there. Mother is doing a lot of shifting. Much like us, though, when we're healing, it sometimes doesn't look pretty. And she's not trying to hurt anybody. It's just, she's healing. She's got to change. Things got to shift. It's wild. But things do have to change, so first comes the shifting. In the case of the 3D, it's a lot more literal. Which, again, I'm finding this correlation fascinating. So just follow your interests, follow your desires. I had someone ask me the other day, well, how can you reach ascension? Well, first of all, if you don't feel the desire to chase after the pieces of yourself by going into yourself, going into your feelings, by going into those dark, scary places to find out what you're hiding in there, because it's all you, it's all pieces of you. If you're not willing to do that, or you don't have a desire, because if you don't have a desire, then obviously your mission here is something else right now, and there's no need to really worry too much about it. I had to go through a lot before I wanted to do my spiritual evolution, let's call it that. I mean, I spent decades focusing on my fitness, on my gut health, and then I went into psychology and I focused on the mental, on the mind, right? So I was covering the 3 basics, and the last one, the soul, the energy, I had to become sick of everything else not working completely. It was like, no matter what I studied, no matter what I read, no matter what tools I put into practice, no matter how many different diets I tried, supplements I tried, exercises I tried, it just didn't seem to matter. I'd always reach a point where I'd plateau. And then I added in the soul connection to my higher self and trying to mend it and heal it, and then finally find that reconnection to who I am outside of the body. And then to just kind of relax into, I don't even know how to explain it, But there's so much fear that we have to let go of when we first discover our higher self, so much programming. And it is scary as hell because our ego tricks us into believing all this program is what's keeping us safe. All the structure, all the rules, all these different systems that everybody... Yeah, so I've been moisturizing my hair, which which I think has only done the wonderful job of making parts of it curly, and then the other parts of it, it's just... Yeah, my hair is used to a lot more humid weather, so this is really dry for me, so I thought I'd moisturize it, thinking it would maybe flatten it a little. Nah, it didn't work. Give up. It is a lot of fun though, isn't it? I could be Frankenstein, or literally you could probably form my hair into Medusa. I dig it. I totally dig it. Anyway, moisturizer does make it a little bit more malleable. I'll give it that. But yeah, it is kind of oddly making it curly in weird places. Who knew? Anyway, yeah. A lot of us tend to not even bother wanting to believe that we have a soul connection to our higher self. And even if you can let go of all that programming, all the fear-mongering, I think that's a good thing to call it. If you can let go of all the fear-mongering and just let yourself exist, connected to your higher self, you don't even really have to make a plan. You don't really have to do anything. You just have to exist. Just exist connected to your higher self. And try to stay connected to your higher self as often as possible. And start using that connection. So when you have a problem or you're suffering, right? You have emotions you're working through, you're healing and feeling. Open up the connection and try to keep it open the entire time. Because the relaxing, the existing, the just being, it's not going to be exactly the same for you as it is for me or the next guy. So I'm not going to tell you how it felt like for me, because that's going to create expectation. And expectation can really screw this shit up. I don't want anyone to expect to feel a certain way when they're doing meditations or connected to their higher self. It's a unique experience to you. My higher self is very much like I am, and is kind of an ass. I would say if Robin Williams was combined with... What's a good one? There's ones who's like a really... Yeah, well, I don't know. There's definitely some Robin Williams in there. There's definitely something a little dark in there, like, you know, like you got the character from The Crow. Yeah. There's a lot of different characters that make up me. And I think that is what trauma healing is kind of about, is healing all those little pieces and reparenting the pieces that need reparenting. But parent yourself in a way that's not just gentle or kind, but in a way that you know is coming from a place of sincere love, of a place that you want to know, the place that you know wants you to grow. There's a severe difference when I parent my children from a place of fear or anger, or when I parent them from a place of love. And I'm working really hard right now on letting go of some of the programming still left in me, because it creates a conflict, and you'll feel it. When you behave in a way that goes against your higher self, goes against your heart, you'll feel the conflict within you. And often it hits our guts the worst. So you'll feel kind of queasy and sick. It's like, oh, I shouldn't have fucking did that. But don't beat yourself up. I mean, let's face it. Who hasn't done shit we didn't want to do? Anyways, those are my thoughts for the morning. I'm going to go before it gets hot and walk the dog. Have a great day. Bye.